everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in this video I will be doing a get ready with me, and I will be teaching you all how I got this makeup look, and I will also be telling a story time of my middle school experience. If you would like to see how I created this look, just continue watching my video, but before you continue watching, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So let's get started with this video. And this is what the Boxy card looks like. Opening up BoxyCharm, I really like everything that I received for this month. Let me start with the makeup palette. So this is the Essential 2 makeup palette. I really like the colors here, just like you can see it here on the title. It has very bright colors, which I used some bright colors for this look. Show you the inside of it. It looks like this. This is what it looks like inside. Nice bright colors. You can also create a summer look, or you can create something more like for the fall. Nice. I received the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, and the packaging looks like this inside. And I was so excited to receive this because the color definitely matches my skin, and I like the texture of this concealer. Definitely recommend it. I also received this Big Fat Liner by Kohl Marker pen. Looks like this. And I received a Pore Clear Black Charcoal Mask. And this one looks like this. I will not be using this in the video. I will definitely be doing a story in my Instagram makeup page, so go ahead and follow me there. I'll leave the name down below so that you guys can see how it works out on my skin. And the last thing that I have here is Morphe Brushes, which I used every single one of these brushes in the video. So I really like how they're sending Morphe out. Like, I was surprised that Boxy is actually updating their makeup products, and I really love Morphe. Like, I'm a big fan of Morphe products. I feel like they're not expensive and they have good quality makeup products. So let's get started with the eyeshadow color. And I already filled in my eyebrows, as you can see. Let me get started with the brushes, the Morphe brushes that I have here. And excuse my nails, I know I need to repaint them again, but anyways, let's get on with the makeup. These are the Morphe brushes that I have, and I'm going to be using this one first. Okay. And using the palette that I received right here. Look at that. And we're gonna go in with this brown color right here. So I started middle school when I was in the 5th grade, because they had 4 grades. And being in this middle school, it was a great experience overall. I recommended to go into this middle school by my 4th grade teacher, because she saw that I was like doing a very good job with my grades. And so she's like, oh well, I'm gonna recommend you to go to this all-girls school. It had just recently opened up, and I was just so excited because I'm like, oh, it's an all-girls school, so like, let's see how this experience goes by. And I remember going into 5th grade there, and there was a lot. Honestly, I remember telling my mom about the school, and my mom and my dad, they actually went to like figure out what was like the rules and stuff, how the school worked out and everything. And so they actually came back telling me that the school had very long hours, because I went all 4 years. It was, you started at 7:45 and you will come out like at 6:30. So you will spend all day Monday to Thursday there, and then Fridays were the only days that you were allowed to come out early from school. So it was like a very long day that I will like spend in school and stuff. And my mom asked me, oh, are you sure you want to go there? Because when I was in elementary school, the hours were short. Like, we were out by 2:30 or 2:45, one of those two. So the hours were very short, and she just wanted to make sure that I was going to be okay with it being like with being there for long hours, because that was basically her main concern. Like everything else, being an all-girls school, like she was fine with that, like even better, no guys around. But I was okay with it. I thought about it and I'm like, it's an all-girls school, I really don't need the guys around. Like even better, and especially in middle school years, like not having the guys around is even better, because you're growing and you're like going through puberty and you're going through all this stuff. To me, it was better off. And the only thing that had me hesitating was the long hours that I was gonna spend in there. So I'm like, should I like sign up for it because of the long hours, or should I just like keep going to public schools? But I actually chose to go into, I'm actually gonna say the school name, I actually chose to go to Esperanza. Esperanza was the name of the middle school. And I think I made a good decision. So I started 5th grade there, and there was already a couple of girls from my elementary school that had actually gone over there. Like it was like a new school, it had opened up, and a lot of other girls were getting recommended to go there. So I think for 5th grade, I don't have much memories, but I think it was going 5th grade to 6th grade. We for every summer there was like a camp that you had to attend to, and like my parents were super strict on me with going out camping, or with like staying in places that I require me not to sleep at home. So I remember my parents like freaking out about that, and my dad told me like, no, you're not allowed to go, because like you're gonna be there for like a whole week, and I don't know like where the spot is, or like I don't know, like I don't want anything bad to happen to you. Like that was always my dad growing up. But eventually the school said it was like mandatory that we all had to go, and my dad just ended up letting me go. I remember feeling very like missing my family, homesick. But now looking back on it, I felt like it was such a nice experience, because they will bring like bring us to so many places. Like we were able to go camping, and that was a nice experience. Like I haven't even gone, like I feel like I went camping with the school, but now as an adult, like I haven't even actually done any of those things. So I'm so glad that I was able to live through those experiences meanwhile I was in the school, because maybe like if I wouldn't have gone there, I would have never experienced any of the things that I got to experience there. Also after school, like the classes will go on from 7:30 to 3:30, and then from 3:30 to like 6:30 you had to do like after school activities, or there was a 1 hour of study hour, which was like you can do your homework. If you needed help from a teacher, they were there to help you. So I thought that was nice, because after the classes were over at 3:30, they have different activities you can do. And I think I don't remember which ones I always used to sign up to, because there were different ones. But I remember some of the ones that were offered were like horseback riding. There were also different group ones where people will go over for knitting, for crocheting. There was just a bunch of different ones. Like I don't remember exactly how many there was, but those were some of the ones that we were able to go to. And I think it was nice, because I learned a lot. I learned how to like knit and crochet there, and that's something that I probably wouldn't have learned on my own. Like who's gonna teach me how to do that? Maybe my grandmother, but no. So I think that was nice, like the fact that after school you had like something to focus on and activities to go to, and then my friends were also there, because after spending so much time in class and in school, it's like you end up talking to the other girls that are there. So that was nice to be around them too. And then also during lunchtime, because there was a chef that he would like cook for the school and stuff, and I remember we could like, they would assign different groups for the girls to cook with the chef. And I used to love this, because I love food. Like everybody knows me, I love food. So I used to love this because we got to like learn how to cook with him, like do the recipes that he would do. But only that, like you got to be in the kitchen, and as I love food, you know, we could like eat there too. And there was so many good recipes that he would do, so whatever was left over we could have too. I was like, oh my god. It was like that was during lunchtime, I think, that we could do it, or was it after school activity and for dinner time? Because basically what they will serve was they will serve breakfast in the morning, then we will get a snack, and then we will get lunch, and then after lunch we will have dinner. But sometimes in between lunch and dinner, some of the teachers will give us snacks, so that we basically, yeah, some of the teachers will give us snacks. So I think it was either the cooking class or either for lunch or for dinner. I think it was for lunch, yeah. But that was fun. That was a good experience to have. So for 5th grade, when I went to 5th grade, I thought it was, what I liked the most was the transition of going from being in a public school. You know that there's much more people around in a classroom, so the classes are much bigger. But being in Esperanza was like the classes were much smaller, so it was, they will separate you into a certain group of girls. And basically I think what they ended up doing was you would test, and then you would take a test, and then whatever grade you got on that test was how they will separate you into the classes. So that was nice because, like, well, I know some girls that are like that because it kind of like offend people, but like they separated you into the classroom that you fit in, and it wasn't so many girls. It was a smaller group, so basically the teacher will concentrate more on the student and anybody who needed help, and I feel like it's much easier to learn that way. I really like the teachers that were there. One of my favorite ones throughout the whole 4 years was Mr. Nichols. I feel like he was a great math teacher. Normally I struggle with math. Like I haven't always been like a very good math student at all. So I feel like with him, he made it so much easier to understand. And my grades were actually good in his class because he just made it easy to understand. So I really like that about being in that school. I mean, the only part that another part that I didn't like was the fact that they would give so much homework. Sometimes it was like the 1 hour that you had a study hour, it was like not enough to be able to do all your homework there. So you got to do what you can there, but then go home and do the rest of it. And even sometimes when you go home and do the rest of your homework, it was still a lot. So yeah, that's the only part that I didn't like there either. But for 6th grade, I think the camping site for 6th grade and 6th grade going to 7th grade, I think it was another place, and this was actually for 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks? Yeah, I think it was 2 weeks, this one. And this place, it was Kimball Union Academy, I think, that we got to go to, and I thought that experience was also nice. It was not more like a camping site like the first year when we went. It was more like it was a high school, and we got to dorm there, like stay there for 2 weeks. And I remember taking French classes. Oh my god, I'm glad they allowed us to do that, because I remember taking French classes and we have to get up early in the morning, go over to class, and it was just so hard because, like, I feel I learned English quick when I came from the DR to the US. Like, I learned English quick because the younger you are, the easier it is for you to learn a second language. But even though I was only 12, I was probably 12 going on 13 when we went on this trip from 6th grade to 7th grade. When we were on this Kimball Union trip, and I had to take the French classes, which I signed up for French. There was Italian, there was French, there was Chinese. I think we got to sign up, or I don't know if they signed us up into certain classes, but I think I chose French. So anyways, I went to French classes, and I thought it was so hard. It was so hard to understand what the teacher was saying. But what I do remember is that I was it wasn't so bad, because French is like having English. French is like having English and Spanish put together. But then having Italian is more like Spanish. So I know Italian is much easier. But some people have to take the Chinese, so taking Chinese is like completely different. Like you don't even know what the heck they're saying. So that was also nice, the fact that I got to learn a few words in Chinese. I think what I got to learn was Comment allez-vous, m'appelle est, comme ci comme ça. I still remember some of the words, and I can't say anything else. I don't remember. I went with the Born This Way multi-use sculpting concealer from Too Faced that I got for this month, the Boxy Charm, which I think is amazing because it actually matches the color, my color of my skin, and I really liked it. So far I used it on top when I was trying to do my eyebrows, and I like the texture of it and the color of it, and you can use to conceal, contour, highlight, and retouch. And I like the packaging too. It's like this. We're gonna take a little bit and we're gonna do a cut crease. So let's continue with the story. I also want to say that they always had a lot of activities apart from the after school activities that we had. We also got to visit other schools, because they had like this, I don't know exactly what it was called, but they had this day where you can go visit other schools. And I remember visiting one, and this was it almost looked like a house. The school looked like a house. I think it was Pingree. Is it Pingree Academy, if I'm not confused? It was huge. It looked like a mansion, if I'm not confused by it. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I think that's what it was called. And I really liked it when we went there. I feel like it has so much stuff, and I was like amazed because they used to show us so many like different high schools that were really nice to and that we could attend to. Other than that, we also had school dances. I think, was it every year there was a school dance? Or yeah, I think every year we had a school dance, but I think I only attended one or two of them, and it was pretty nice. They had a lot of Spanish music going on and Spanish food, and even though it was only between girls, we still danced with each other. We also were able to go to the White Mountains. This was like a trip throughout the year, so like this was like a trip that happened during the school year. So like it was, I think, in October, November, around there. I think I went for 7th grade and for 8th grade. I went those 2 years, and I actually that was the first time that I was able to go to the White Mountains. And here's the blue, which is blue sky, and I think it was a nice experience. That I remember the first year that we went, I think it was in 7th grade that I was in, and there we went, I think it was a cabin. It was just like a regular cabin that we went to. And we spent probably a weekend there. Yeah, and it was a regular cabin. We went hiking too, because I think that year we went hiking. Now I think for 8th grade, that was the year where we went and I think both of the times that we went it was snowing. But for the 8th grade year, I remember that it was snowing, but that time we actually did go hiking, and it was all the way to like a house that we had to sleep in all the way up in the mountains. So we went climbing all the way up there, and we slept there at night. And then I think the next day we ended up leaving, or we had to go back. Yeah, that's what it was. So that was also a nice experience. It actually looks so, the view is actually so nice in the top with the snow and everything. Beautiful. I feel like looking back now, I know that I used to complain a lot about the long hours and about a lot of homework, but I really like how we got to experience going to so many places, and we have so many different activities to do, like I really like that. And I also like the fact that they never forgot to talk to us about God and religion. Like, they always took out time to talk to us about God and religion. I feel like a lot of the schools like that nowadays. I know people have different beliefs and everybody's entitled to believe what they want to, but I thought that was nice too. And if I could go back and choose a middle school again, I would definitely choose this one again. I know, like, I used to complain about the long hours, like I said, the homework, but I would definitely choose this one all over again compared to any other public school. Like, yeah, definitely. It was this really bad experience that I had, and I think the worst experience that I had was the time that I had to get stitches because I fell during gym class. Oh my god, like, only me, I'm telling you, only me. I fell during gym class, and I remember I was running. I was just running, you know, running around gym class, and for some reason I feel like my knee got weak and I ended up falling. But when I fell, I was already like near the wall, and I remember I hit my head with the wall, and I had like a little, I don't know if you guys can see it from here, but anyways, you can't really see it like on the normal like this, but like if you really like close enough, you can kind of see this little thing that I have right there. And that's where I fell, and I bumped into the freaking wall, and I ended up like actually needing stitches because like it was like deep. It wasn't something wide, but it was deep, so I needed stitches for it. I remember crying, and like, well, I wasn't crying in front of my classmates, but I remember crying when I was like, after I got stitches, because I thought I was gonna have a scar there, but it actually healed pretty quickly, and I didn't end up having a scar. Like, I was back to school on, because after on a Friday, I was back to school on Monday, and I was fine. Like, I think it literally healed so quick, that quick. I actually gone after I'm big, you know, I actually gone back and to the White Mountains to go with my family, but I haven't gone hiking and done any of that stuff. It's just been like just regular visit. I remember we had a field trip once to was it Coco Keys that we had a field trip once to? Yeah, we had a I think that was when I was in 5th grade. We had a trip to Coco Keys. We used to have Spanish class too, which most schools don't really offer you Spanish class, but I already knew Spanish good, but it was good to learn even more, like with writing, because I feel like with writing Spanish you have to like really know where you put your acentos in, so that helped me a lot with trying to learn where you put your acentos, like your, I don't even know how to say it in English, but yeah. Another thing too, I think we also had yeah, well, I remember that we didn't, what was really good about it all was we didn't even have to pay to go here. Like, it was more like your parents had to volunteer once a week in order for you to go there. Like, they have to volunteer once a week, either with cleaning or helping out with cooking or helping out with like other stuff around the school. We're gonna go in with this rose gold color here. I'm gonna put that over the cut crease. You can see here. I think I'm gonna go with this one because I always do it with this, so I want to switch up like the makeups and stuff that I use. So I did the eyeliner, and it's very simple. I still have to clean up this in the bottom, so don't worry much about that. What I'm gonna do is that for this eye, I'm gonna do it with this eyeliner and see which one worked out better. That way I can include it in the video. So definitely I'll be doing, when I do the other eye, I'm gonna do it off camera, but I'll definitely be telling you guys the difference between both of them here. I put my lashes on already, and as you can tell from me, I have the eyeliner. You can't really see it because the lashes cover it up a little bit, but when I look down, maybe you guys can see it there. I feel like between using the Lollipop liner and the one, the Boxy Shimmer Sand Big Fat Liner. I feel like this was much easier to apply with because it's thin, but it's like also thick, so I feel like it made it easier to apply. And then this one was, you have to be more precise with applying it. So if you're not really used to it, putting your eyeliner on, I would definitely recommend this one more. Now what I did was, since I did apply eyeshadow in my crease where the shiny part is here, I also applied some of this Eye Lustre cream eyeshadow by Seattle London, and it basically has the same color that I applied where I put the sparkle here. So I put some of that there to make it more sparkly, and then I kind of like blended it out with a brush, and then I just applied my lashes. So you can see I did it off camera because if you guys want to learn how I do the eyeliner, I have a video on that already on YouTube, or I can go ahead and film a separate one only on eyeliner. And if you want to see how I learn how to do the lashes, then you know, just let me know. I'll do a video on just applying lashes. Let's get on with the rest of the face. Okay, so this is the primer that I'm using. I'm gonna apply some in my T-zone area where I need it, and I'm gonna tell you all the last story that I have to tell you. So basically, I don't remember what we were doing after school. Like I said, it was one of the activities that we signed up for, but I remember we were all just like sitting around talking. I don't know if the person was there, the one that was supposed to give us instructions, or they just left us alone that time. I apply my foundation now. So I think they had left us alone that day, and we weren't really being supervised in that classroom. There was probably other teachers in the other classroom going on, but I remember that it was my idea. I know it was a bad, stupid idea, but the other girls decided to follow it. I remember that I took and we started to write names of the teacher on the board, and it was like putting names, like basically like making fun of them. Like we were making up names for the teachers, and we were writing this on the board. And I mean, everybody was doing it too, everybody else, like most of the girls, but I guess somebody decided to like snitch on us. And when they did snitch on us, the head of the school wasn't happy at all. Like she found that very disrespectful, because it was like bullying towards the teachers. So honestly, we did get in trouble for it. I think we got, because the rules in that school were super strict. I feel like if it would have happened somewhere else, definitely we wouldn't have gotten like suspended from school. I think I got suspended for like a few days, and I remember my dad being mad, but he wasn't so mad because it was kind of something stupid to be like suspended for, even though it was disrespectful towards the teachers. But some of them were like, didn't even take it seriously like that. So like, come on, it's like freaking 12th graders. Like, it's not even that bad. We were suspended, and I think it was only for like a few days, and then we were able to go back to school. And when we went back to school, it was kind of awkward, but eventually we got over that and we were fine. I'm gonna take the concealer here, this one, and the one from Boxy Shimmer. I actually really like it. Let me see on my face how it turns out. Look. I actually made a mistake here. Apply the eyeshadow on the bottom before I did the concealer. Sometimes I do that, but let me just do that right now. I'm gonna put the brown first here, and then the blue. Also had, I think it was in the 5th grade that we had swimming classes, and I never been a swimmer. I never been the type to be like, oh, let's go swimming and stuff like that. But I feel like there I didn't really learn how to swim. I was very afraid of it, but I feel like now I was able to like learn how to swim underwater with my boyfriend because he taught me. But I think what was holding me back then was obviously the fear. It's like, not, you can take classes and all, but until you don't let go of your fear, you're not gonna learn. I'm going to grab the Ace Beauté, the one that I used in my last video, to contour even more. I always use the Becca one, but today I'm gonna use a Pretty Booger one. Pretty Booger. I haven't used this one in a long time. The Becca one has my favorite packaging, but no, let's switch it up. It's fine. Okay, so I'm going to be using these two. I use these a lot for my makeup looks, but it's because they kind of blend in with every color. So just go in here. Okay, so this is what the look turned out to be. I actually really like how it came out. It actually came out very nice. Like, if I close it up, you can see the blue there, you can see the brown, and you can see the lighter colors. So I really like how it all turned out. I will definitely be doing more get ready with me, more makeup tutorials and telling story time. So if you guys would like to see like any more story times or any other subjects, just comment down below to see what you guys want to see, and I will see you all in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give the videos a thumbs up, leave your comments down below, and I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye.